Building your confidence takes a lot of time and work. So, what do you do between that period where you don't have any confidence and the period where you finally have the confidence that you need? Do you just sit down and do nothing? Well, that's what most people do. They just sit down, they do nothing. They keep telling themselves, I'm not confident, I'm suffering from low self esteem, so I cannot do the things that I require, that I need to do, and their life just stays stuck. That is not a smart approach. The smart approach is to act like someone who is confident until you finally build that confidence. And the reason is not just me asking you to fake it for the sake of faking it. It's just that the period between you being someone who is not confident and someone who is finally confident is a lot of time. And if you just sit down and do nothing, if you sit down and lean into your lack of confidence, your life is going to pass by. Things are going to happen, you're going to be stuck, and you end up hating yourself more, which will fuel your lack of confidence more, and the cycle will just keep continuing. So you just have to make some progress, you have to take some steps, and this is something I'm very good at. I'm not someone who is exactly very confident. I suffer with low self-esteem. Is it suffering? Self? Yeah, I have low self-esteem here and there, but it has not stopped me from doing the things that I need to do. And when I look at my life and another person who is having low self-esteem, there are many things that they will love to do and they are not doing because they don't have that confidence, and I do. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to hide your low self-esteem and lack of confidence for the meantime so that you can get things done. If that's something you're interested in, let's dive right into it. The first thing that you need to do is to understand that people cannot see what is happening inside you. And the only way they can try to guess what is happening in your mind is by what you say and what you do. So let's say you want to ask a question in a class, for instance, and you stand up and say, I'm sorry, I'm shy, I don't know how to speak in public. Nobody will have known that you are shy and you cannot speak in public if you had not told them. So your mouth has given them an access into your mind, and they will now begin to intentionally focus on the mistakes you are making, the way you are not as loud, as articulate as you would have loved to be, because you have called the attention to it. So now it's the same thing with your behavior as well. If you act like someone who is confident, nobody will tell that you don't have the confidence. Now, if I'm being honest, every now and then, your lack of confidence is going to slip out. This is something I experience as well. Like people look intently enough, they are going. Is it intense or intense? If people look closely enough, they are going to see that this guy, it seems he's second guessing himself. But even those moments where my lack of confidence is showing is because I'm leaning into that voice in my mind and thinking that people can see what's happening in my mind. So it's not making me to shake, it's making me to tremble. But for every time that I ignore what is happening in my mind and just understand that people cannot see this thing, it's only what I show them that they see, I end up being someone who is confident. The second thing you must do is to refuse to accept low self-esteem and lack of confidence as your natural default. Refuse to see it as your identity. Every time I talk to someone who is not making any progress because of lack of confidence and low self-esteem, they are always living in that reality. The fact that they don't have confidence is always top of their mind. So even when they are planning with their lack of confidence in mind. So they might have a dream, oh, I would love to do this thing, but instead of them to turn that dream into action steps and begin to take steps based on what they want, they just tell themselves, remember, I'm not confident, so this is something I cannot do. And they now rewire that dream and change it to something that their low self-esteem can accommodate. That is not you. What you must begin to do is begin to act like someone who does not know that they don't have confidence. So if there is something that you want to do, you have this desire in your heart, and you know that this desire will require confidence, put the confidence equation out of it and just plan based on what you want to achieve. And when the time comes for you to leave out that thing, you are just going to leave it out because you are relying on point one, that nobody can see what's happening inside you. They can only see what you're acting out. So you act out like someone who is confident. Intentionally put yourself in situations that will require confidence because you are not paying attention to the fact that you don't have confidence. The most painful part about not putting yourself in situations that require confidence is that when you consistently shy away from the things you love to do, you begin to resent yourself. You begin to see yourself as someone who cannot even get what they want. And the reason why you're not getting what you want is because you're not even making any effort because you think you don't have confidence. And now that you are seeing yourself as someone who cannot get what they want, that will fuel your lack of confidence again, and your self-esteem will just continually reduce. So something has to be done somewhere, and that thing that must be done is for you to at least take some action. Just move forward. First of all, you are going to make mistakes, of course. Even confident people make mistakes, but you just have to move. You must just move. The third thing you must do now, this one is brutal, and I'll say this is even a very important step in the entire process, is to kick out people out of your life who try to talk less of you. People who want to see you as someone who is lowly. Don't agree to that at all. Now, you might not have the confidence again to fight them and tell them, no, I don't want you to talk to me like this. I don't want you to see me as someone who is not capable. But what you can do is that you can ease out of their life. If you notice that this person is constantly seeing me as someone who cannot do anything, you just reduce the amount of contact you have with them and go to places where people can see you as someone who is confident. These whole points are tied together because for people to even see you as someone who is confident, now I said you should leave places where you are seen as someone who is lowly and go to places where they will talk highly of you. But the only way they are going to talk highly of you is if you show them that you can do some things that are high. So this is now the last point, and I'm still explaining the third point. The third and fourth points together is that now that you know the only way for people to see you as someone who is high and not keep talking down at you is for you to do things that will make them see you high. You have to now begin to live up to how you want to be treated. I do this exercise every now and then. I just sit down and I imagine in my mind that what kind, what version of me are people going to respect in my career, in different areas of my life? What version of me are people going to respect? I map it, I write it down. Then, what is that version of me going to be doing currently? What are the things people are going to see in that version of me that will make them respect that version of me? When I list them out, then I begin to act like that. The summary of this entire video is that your work in this stage, before you finally build the confidence that you want, is image control and perception control. That I will just act like the person I want to be seen as. Whether I am confident enough to do it or not, I will just list out the things that this person should be doing and do those things. And if you do it long enough, you begin to experience successes. You begin to get results that will now make you become confident. Because confidence is not something that will just come out of nowhere. Most times, people get confidence by doing things over and over again until they become sure of themselves. So the only way you can become sure of yourself is by doing the things. Now that you begin to do the things despite not being confident, my words are becoming more built up. Now that you begin to do things despite not being confident, you begin to get results and you begin to get sure of yourself, and everything is going to be solved. So this is just the entire process, how to hide those self-esteem and lack of confidence until you finally build it. Yeah. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and see you in the next one. My name is Olusegun, for whoever cares.